My name is Rick Warby, owner-operator of Southern Connecticut Canine for the past 12 years.
Get him up!
Jerk the hell out of him. Put him down.
He's going off!
Hold still.
Out!
We train dogs for personal protection. Unfortunately, people have the wrong idea about personal protection dogs. They think the personal protection dog is uncontrollable, cannot be around family, children, friends, that if someone comes over to visit, that the dog has to be isolated, has to be put away. That's totally wrong. A personal protection dog should be with you 24 hours a day if you're able to. That if you have family over, friends over, that dog should be able to come over there, greet those people, just as if as if he was a puppy. Personal training dog for personal protection means that he is there to be with you by your side at all times. Take him to the park, run him, play with him, have people pet him. As long as there's no threat being shown to the dog, to the family, then there's no threat that should be coming back from that dog. Unfortunately, people feel that when they hear protection dogs that they have a falsehood that the dog will bite anything. You're talking a junkyard dog. A junkyard dog is designed for that type of training, to protect a business that once those gates are closed, they're to bite anything that moves. They are also fed by maybe 2 people. That's it. They do not see any other people than maybe 2 people, so that they are very unsure of people.
How you doing, sweetie? Is your mom and dad home?
No.
Is it possible I can use your phone? My car is just right there. I broke down. I don't have no gas. I need to call my friend real quick. We're going to take 1 second.
No.
Please?
No.
Let me in the door, loco.
Get your dog off me, little girl! I'll leave!
Psych! Out! No! Out! Down! Psych! Here! No! Here! No! Get out of here!
I'm leaving, little girl. I won't mess with you. I just want to use the phone.
Right now!
Ring sport, Schutzhund, different type of protection dog. Great, but it's a sport, and that's what it is, a sport. Nothing to knock it. It's great if you have the time to do that. I just would not compare the 2 dogs as far as a ring sport dog, a Schutzhund dog, or a personal protection dog in the same category. The personal protection dog, as far as I'm concerned, has more drive than a sport dog. The sport dog knows when the threat is going to be made, when it's going to stop, where the personal protection dog is being trained to be a street dog. Walking down the street, have somebody approach you and come out from behind, a carjacking, some type of mugging. We want the personal protection dog to be alert when needed to be, but not, again, being alert to the point that it's snapping at everybody that walks by.
Boss! Out! Good boy. Down. Stay. No, stay.
Sorry about that, man.
Stay.
Yeah. Hold still.
Out!
What are the various requirements before my dog enters into a personal protection training program?
First, basic and advanced obedience. 2, the dog has to be old enough to do the protection work, which is at least about a year old. 3, both you and the dog should be stable. I'm not going to train a dog if the dog is psychotic or if you have the wrong idea. It's like giving you a gun and saying, okay, here's your gun, do it. Okay, you have to be controlled yourself and to be aware of what can happen by owning this type of dog. And as far as the cost goes, to do training for protection, you can start anywhere from $1,200 on up as far as the protection levels go. Basic obedience can be about $600. For basic obedience, teaching your dog heel, sit, stay, come, down, hand signals, verbal commands, and working on any type of behavioral problems. We have light protection, guard work, attack on command. Light protection teaches the dog to become basically the schoolyard bully, teaching him to pump up, to be a threat. No bite work is involved, just be that threat. Usually, that's all that's needed with a lot of dogs. Most people see a dog coming up on its hindquarters and barking and spitting at you, they're just going to walk away. We have guard work where we're teaching the dog to bite as a defense only, okay? He's not to pump up as far as taking off on his own. Attack on command is where we're using the dog as an offense to take the dog and actually send the dog after somebody. This way the dog is now more or less police type training than defense.
Good boy. Out. Sit. Here. Nope. Get in the truck. Boy.
What type of a time factor is involved as far as training my dog for personal protection?
That's hard to say because it really depends on the dogs. We have some dogs that had never had any training whatsoever as far as personal training goes, and then come out. But on an average, you know, you can see some time frame about 3 to 4 weeks of seeing a difference in your dog as far as the aggression coming out of the dog. But it's a long process, I have to admit, because we want the control that's needed. We don't want to have a dog being off the wall.
Good girl, Bonnie. Fox. Fox. Get her off me. Good girl. Fox. Fox. Good girl. Fox. Good girl. Fox, Bonnie. Good girl. Good boy, Thunder. Good boy, Thunder. Get away, Thunder. Good boy, Thunder. Out. Out. Stay. Watch. You're getting low. I got him. He's inside. He's inside. I know. I got him. I see him. That was a good spin. That's enough. Bitch. Oh.
In regards to the purchasing of a personal protection dog, what would you advise someone to consider or avoid?
Yeah, you really want to know what's going to be best suited for you and the family. Long-haired compared to short-hair, you know, it's what you want yourself. I would never tell anybody that this is the type of dog you should buy. Everybody's taste is different. Everybody's desires are different. I would help to put you on the right track. I might tell somebody that a certain dog for them is just too much dog.
Heel. Good girl. That's a good thing. Good girl, baby. Ah! 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 Oh, man! Ah! Good girl, F. Good girl. Good girl, F. Boss. Boss, F. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Let me just get into a little bit about buying a dog too.
Good boy. Good boy.
One, when you buy a dog,
Eat.
research the dog. Okay, that's the most important. So is research and sit down with the family. Make sure you want a dog. Don't buy it on a whim. Don't buy it just because your neighbor has a dog. Really sit down and think if this is what you want to do. And if you do want a dog, then fine. But you're better off buying from a breeder. Okay, stay away from pet shops. Pet shops, they try to get you in and say, oh, look at that puppy, how cute. Everybody loves puppies, okay? And that's how they sell them. They sell them because they're cute. All right, you're going to pay more money usually when you go into a pet shop. Usually the pet shops, the environment are not as clean as you think they are. Sure, they try to keep the inside of the front all nice and clean, but the backs are not as clean as you would think. The environment that the dogs come from are awful. They come from puppy mills. They put they'll put 6 to 10 dogs in a little pen, all bunched up together where they have a double grate so that when they have to urinate or they have to defecate, everything just drops through the 2 grates onto the ground. They have no type of a solid floor to even walk on. They're walking on metal grates that are wire, basically mesh wire. Their nails are usually very, very long. Sure, they'll cut them before they are shipped to the pet stores. But the way to purchase a dog is not because it's cute in the window. By all means, don't do that. Talk to a breeder, talk to a vet, talk to a groomer, talk to a trainer, talk to people that deal with dogs. Okay? A pet shop has no idea anything about the dogs they're selling, unfortunately. They're there to make their sale, make their commissions. Talk to the other people that can help you a lot better than just a pet shop. You don't know the expense you're going to have when purchasing a dog from a pet shop, even though they say they have a great health record because vets check them. You'll unfortunately find out the hard way.
We'd like to give special thanks to Rick Werby, Keith O'Sullivan, and the staff and clients of Southern Connecticut Canine for their help in this personal protection segment, and their dogs that have appeared throughout sections of this video production. Decoy helper work has been provided by Southern Connecticut Canine's Jay Duncan of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
That was a good spin. That's enough.